Hi everyone, I thought I'd do the Furbaby tag. I've got my cat here and I'm going to feed him some tuna so that he'll come and say hi. And then Ziggy. And then we'll do the tag. So question 1 is, what's your pet's name? And my pet's name is Ziggy and he's a cat. Question 2 is, what kind of pet and what breed? So obviously I've already said he's a cat. But he's a moggy, he's a tabby moggy, and he's very handsome. He's a very handsome boy and I love him very much. And he's obviously a bit cross with me at the moment because I'm taking him away from his tuna, but anyway. So, how long have you had your pet? I've had him since he was a kitten, so for about 11 years. So question 4 is, how did you get your pet? So basically my partner at the time and I moved on to a narrowboat, and because it was our home we decided we could have a pet. So I looked out for adverts everywhere and eventually I found an advert for a lady who had some kittens in our hometown, and I went to go and view them, and eventually I chose a tortoiseshell and white female kitten, obviously female, who I eventually called Neve. And when I picked her up, basically there were a lot of kittens, there were several kittens from different litters there. And I think the woman who was selling them kind of wanted to get rid of as many as possible in one go. So she was like, you should get another cat to keep this cat company. So I kind of looked at all the kittens again and I didn't really know who to choose, and I'd kind of passed Ziggy up because he was really tiny and he was very shy. And I thought, well, he's probably the runt of a litter and I don't really want a runt because I know that he's going to be loads of trouble. But anyway, so when I was kind of looking at the kittens again to choose a second kitten, I just put my hand out to Ziggy and he licked one of my fingers, and then I gave him a bit of a stroke and then he was all over me and he was absolutely lovely. He was such a sweet, gorgeous, tiny little kitten. So I took him home, I took him and Neve home. So we had them both and they were both very happy as tiny kittens, and Neve was always a bit bigger than Ziggy, so she could kind of slap him down if they had a bit of a fight because she was a bit older than he was. But then unfortunately as they grew, Neve stayed quite tiny and Ziggy just got bigger and bigger and turned into this great big brute that he is today. So Neve couldn't beat him up anymore and she was quite cross about this. She's quite a kind of dominating cat, so eventually she got really unhappy about living on the boat and living with Ziggy, so she had to go and live with a friend of mine. But we kept Ziggy and he became our only cat of the family. When I left that particular partner, I found out a while later that he wasn't really looking after Ziggy, and so I basically stole him. But if you'd have seen the state that he was living in, then you'd have known that I was completely justified in what I did. So I took Ziggy home to live with me and my current partner, Devay, and we both love him very much. He's very much our baby. So question 5 is, how old is your pet? Ziggy is nearly 11. In fact, he's probably just gone 11. I'm not sure what his actual date of birth was, but yeah, he's 11 years old. So question number 6 is, what are some quirky things about your pet's personality? He's very spoilt. He's a very spoilt pussycat, so he gets his own way a lot. He can talk as well, so whenever we feed him we say Ziggy yum yums and he says meow meow back at us. So he can say yum yums and he can also say hello. He says meow whenever he comes in and we say hello to him. And when I give him tuna, he says tuna na, meow meow meow, because we call it tuna na. So yeah, he can talk, my cat. He can't say loads of things, but he can talk and he does understand quite a lot of things that we say. He's very clever. So question number 7 is, what does your relationship with your pet mean to you? He's definitely my baby. I'm not interested in human babies at all, but cats are the best, and Ziggy is just such a fantastic cat. He's so friendly and funny and sweet and just loving. You know, he'll come for sits on your lap and he gives you lots of love-ins, and he's very purry and very friendly and very happy. So my relationship with my pet is everything. He's my baby. Question number 8, what are some of your favourite pastimes with your pet? He's not actually a very playful cat. He'll kind of play every now and then, but he's not super playful. So we will play with him, but not very often. But my favourite pastime with my cat is just sitting down somewhere and then he'll come and sit on my lap and he'll just sit there and he'll purr and he'll purr and he'll purr and he'll purr, and it's so sweet. He's such a sweetie. Especially when he kind of sits on your chest and purrs, because it kind of vibrates your whole chest cavity and it just feels really nice, just so relaxing. So yeah, sitting with him, giving him lots of strokes and fuss and being purred on. It's really nice. So the last question is question number 9, and it's what are some nicknames you have for your pet? I have about 5,000 nicknames for Ziggy, including Little Man, Buggernaut, Mr Stripes, Stinky Paws, Fairy Purry Pusscat. His full name is actually Sigurd Sputnik Stardust, so he does have a full name. His original dad was a Viking, and so obviously he had to be Sigurd, and then Sigurd was kind of Sig, so Sig Sputnik. And then Ziggy, obviously Ziggy Stardust, because my Viking ex was also very much into David Bowie. In fact, he looked a little bit like David Bowie at one point. So he's got a full name, but he's also called Zig and Mr Stardust. So yeah, that is the Furbaby Tag. Let me know about your pets in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe. To find out more about Ziggy, I'm sure you'll meet him again in other videos, because he's such a lovely cat and he's very inquisitive and he does get involved. So yes, I will see you all again very soon. Bye!